अब विशेष रूप से औपचारिक रूप से हम हमारे सम्मानित अतिथियों का स्वागत करेंगे. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have the privilege of welcoming our remarkable personalities, our respected dignitaries, and we will take this moment to welcome them on the stage officially. So first, let me humbly invite Mr. Shailendra Jetli, Senior Vice President, to please join us and welcome on stage our
enjoy the remaining part of your stay, and I hope you will go back with very memorable experience of the stay. Thank you.
I must share the thing. Sir is the second generation person from India. Has his background from Azam. And since we are celebrating
Senior Vice President, Delhi Jagran, to please join us. And please welcome Mr. Azhar Mutebri Abdul Mutallib. I request sir to please welcome our next guest, Haji Ahmed Fuad bin Sheikh Ani Abdul Ghani, with a big round of applause. Vice CEO, Lada Management. एक बार हिंदुस्तान का भी दिल दिखा सकते हैं आप जोरदार तालियों के साथ. Very warm welcome, sir. We will request you to please share a few words on this occasion.
Kick it hard from the back.
Let's give it up for Mr. Mudit Gulati.
Kick it hard from the back.
Mr. Mudit Gulati, Associate Vice President, Dainik Jagran. I request sir to please welcome our special guest, Ms. Hasnazar Suri, Director of Sales, Langkawi Holidays and Tours, SDN, USP. Since we're celebrating womenhood, please have a louder round of applause. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us today. Very warm welcome. Ma'am, would you like to share a few words on this special occasion? Please join us on stage to warmly welcome our next special guest. Do we have Mr. Anand Singh? So we have Mr. Kapil Jaiswal, GM Marketing, joining us on stage. I request sir to please welcome Mrs. Ayu Abziana Binti Abu Bakr Lara sir with a big round of applause. Ma'am, would you like to share a few words on this occasion?
Very good evening to all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And once again, I request Mr. Kapil Jaiswal, GM Marketing, to please join us and welcome Mrs. Noor Tiara Azira Binti Abdul Rahman Lara sir. Let's keep the applause going, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to cherish this moment for a lifetime with us. Thank you you so much, sir. और आज के इस कार्यक्रम को एक शुभारंभ देते हुए, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take this opportunity to give an official start to this prestigious event by seeking the blessings of the Mighty Power by lighting up the ceremony. So I request our honorable dignitaries to please do the honor and please light up the ceremony. I would like to request, first up, this is a moment we'll take to acknowledge all the women present here. So can I request the men to please escort all the women present here, our women dignitaries, ladies, Miss Hasnaza Sweet, Mrs. Ayu Aziana Binti Abu Bakr, Mrs. Noor Tiara Azira Binti Abdul Rahman, along with our few of our remarkable awardees who have been chosen graphically. So Mrs. Sarita Lal from Malaka, Dr. Vanita Arora from Ukla, Dr. Shelta Verma from Muzaffarpur, Ms. Madhuri Halvasia from Lucknow, and Mrs. Sarita Agarwal from Dehradun. But all those who are standing can please join us. Since we are taking a moment to shine a spotlight on the women present here, can we please have the women leading? Thank you so much. We'd like to thank all the women for doing the honor and for all the gentlemen present over here. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for doing the honor and being a part of this prestigious moment. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite a very, very respected personality to please join us and provide a welcome address, which is going to be very special and very important. I humbly invite Mr. Mudit Gulati, Associate Vice President, Dainik Jagran. Can we please welcome him with a big round of applause? I request, sir, to please share a welcome address on this occasion.
नमस्कार, जागरण परिवार की ओर से मैं आप सबका स्वागत करता हूं, हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूं। वेलकम टू लंकावी। और मैं ये किसी से नहीं पूछूंगा कि आपकी फ्लाइट कैसी थी। आज वालों से तो बिल्कुल नहीं पूछूंगा। जैसा कि मल्लिका ने बताया, दिस इज आवर 18th इवेंट, the series of Jagran Achiever Awards, and second one dedicated to Women Achievers of India. तो ऐसे जब हम इवेंट करते हैं, इसकी दो तीन खास बात होती हैं। पहले दिन कोई किसी को जानता नहीं है, मोस्ट ऑफ यू। क्यों सर, इधर इसलिए कह रहा हूं ना मैं। फिर 2-4 घंटे बाद आदमी थोड़े से अपने हाथ पसारता है, मुरादाबाद वाला हल्द्वानी तक पहुंचता है, देहरादून वाला बिजनौर तक पहुंचता है, और वो सेकंड थर्ड डे तक जाते जाते इट बिकम्स अ ग्रुप जो हम चाहते हैं बने, एंड देन इट एक्सटेंड्स ऑल इंडिया। और ऐसा नहीं होता कि चौथे दिन हम जब वापस जाते हैं तो ये खत्म हो जाता है, इट स्टेज देयर। हमारे बहुत सारे ऐसे ग्रुप्स हैं जो आज भी जुड़े हुए हैं, एंड दे हैव द वीकेंड पार्टीज या कुछ भी, और यही हम चाहते हैं। दिस इज जस्ट अ स्टार्ट, दिस इज नॉट द एंड। एज सर वुड एलैबोरेट लेटर ऑन, वी हैव लॉट मेनी प्लान्स टू टेक इट फॉरवर्ड, और वो हम सब करेंगे इस चीज के लिए। दूसरी चीज इस पर नहीं क्या कर रहे हैं हम, वी आर ट्राइंग टू डू इट यूट्यूब लाइव फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, इसलिए हम बार बार सबको स्टेज पे बुला के 2 बार बुके दे रहे हैं। तो डबल सम्मान नहीं हो रहा है, वो तो एक बार चैनल के लिए हो रहा है, एक बार एक्चुअल हो रहा है। और हमारी कोशिश ये थी कि स्पेशली वुमेन्स अवार्ड्स में कि हम पूरे हिंदुस्तान को एक कमरे में समेट लें। कईयों ने पूछा लोग कहाँ कहाँ से हैं, अलग अलग शहरों से हैं, इधर से हैं उधर से हैं। हमने कहा शहर का नाम नहीं बताएंगे, शहर का नाम तो पुल्लिंग हो गया ना, आज तो पूछना ही उनको हमने। तो हम नदियों से चलते हैं, चलें। चूंकि थोड़े 1-2 एक्सेप्शंस होंगे, जितनी ज्योग्राफी ठीक नहीं है अपनी, चूंकि अधिकतर नदियों का उद्गम पहाड़ों से होता है। सो कैन वी हैव उत्तराखंडीज प्लीज मेक सम नॉइज। अब सबसे पवित्र, सबसे गंगा नदी वहां से निकली तो कहां पहुंचे? गंगा किनारे वाले बहुत हैं हमारे पास, बिजनौर वाले, कानपुर वाले, इलाहाबाद वाले, बनारस वाले, पटना वाले, कोलकाता वाले, बीच में एक तो शायद छूट भी गए होंगे। सो गंगा किनारे वाले, a loud shout out for you guys. गंगा हो तो यमुना की बात तो करनी पड़ेगी। तो यमुना जी वाले कौन कौन? कैन वी हैव राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर देम? सारे एनसीआर वाले प्लीज यमुना वाले को मान ले अपने आप को। अच्छा, राम गंगा वाले कहां से हैं? ये मैडम ने हाथ उठाया। सो मुरादाबाद एंड बरेली राम गंगा। और लखनऊ में लास्ट पर लूंगा, उसका रीजन है, मैं बताऊंगा आपको बाद में। फिर हमारे पास बूढ़ी गंडक रिवर है कोई? मुजफ्फरपुर गंडक वहां से भी है, कोई छुट तो नहीं गया? आई डोंट थिंक एनीवन लेफ्ट। लखनऊ में इसलिए नहीं पहले लिया, गोमती वाले, पीलीभीत और लखनऊ, क्योंकि अगर मैं लखनऊ को पहले ले लेता तो आप लोग क्या बोलते? पहले आप। थैंक यू सो मच, प्लीज हैव अ गुड टाइम फॉर 3 days। आई थिंक फ्लाइट का पार्ट इज ओवर। ठीक है, दिल्ली से मौसम यहाँ बदला हुआ है, बट दैट्स ओके। वी वेलकम यू ऑल वंस अगेन। आई होप यू हैव अ गुड टाइम फॉर 3 days। यू आर हियर विद अस एंड बियॉन्ड दैट। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you so much, sir. And with that grand start, ladies and gentlemen, आज क्योंकि दैनिक जागरण अपने आप में एक बहुत ही खास ये कार्यक्रम लेकर आया है, तो दैनिक जागरण हमेशा से अपने पाठकों का विश्वसनीय दोस्त बन के रहता है, जो निरंतर अपने पाठकों का मार्गदर्शन करता है। और ये यात्रा बहुत लंबी रही है, ये यात्रा सफलता की रही है, तरक्की की रही है, प्रगति की रही है, और ये बहुत लंबी रही है। लेकिन यात्रा का मजा तो तभी है ना जब एक बार पलट के उसको हम पूरा एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं। तो उसकी कुछ झलकियां अब हम आपको स्क्रीन पर दिखाने वाले हैं। सो लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, टेकिंग यू बैक टुवर्ड्स दिस ट्रेमेंडस जर्नी दैट दैनिक जागरण हैड, कैन वी हैव एन ऑडियो विजुअल व्हिच एनकैप्सुलेट्स everything together.
At the stroke of the midnight hour, India will awake. necessarily lead us to unity. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan.
The President has proclaimed emergency. This is nothing to panic about.
बगैर किसी झिझक के कह सकता हूँ सारे जहां से अच्छा।
हमने मेहनत की, हम लोगों में गए हैं, हमने संघर्ष किया है।
Plane has just hit another building.
Terrorists have struck once again.
मैं नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी लीगल टेंडर नहीं रहेंगे।
I joined politics because of my profound belief in this country.
मैं दैनिक जागरण ग्रुप को और मीडिया के तमाम साथियों को और वहां उपस्थित सभी महानुभावों को साधुवाद देता हूं। दैनिक जागरण।
So, ladies and gentlemen, since we are absolutely honored to be surrounded by such inspiring women present around us, so we will also take this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of one such inspiring woman who is present over here. And to do that, can I please humbly invite Mr. Saurabh Bhatnagar with a big round of applause, Associate Vice President, joining us. Welcome, sir. And I humbly request, sir, to please welcome Ms. Kavita Saxena, Zordar Taliyon ke madhye, entrepreneurship expert and startup mentor who has taken out her valuable time just to be here. I request, sir, to please welcome ma'am on the stage first with a bouquet. उन लगातार सम्मान भरी तालियों के मध्य And with this, I hand over to Mr. Saurabh Bhatnagar.
Entrepreneurship, creativity, innovation, development of student startups, small business foundation, digital marketing and consumer behavior. She is a PhD in retail management and PGDM in marketing with gold medal. Dr. Kavita Saxena has been shaping the future of budding entrepreneurs since last 2 decades. She has co-authored a book, Emerging Trends in Entrepreneurship Research, Review the Journal of Entrepreneurship. Right from ideation, workshops to new product development, small business promotions, she is providing hand-holding support and guidance to entrepreneurs. Please welcome Dr. Kavita Saxena. ये आज हमारे बीच में रहेंगे और
Hello?
I'm truly humbled to be among all these aspiring women. And before I start interacting with all of you, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Mr. Jaitley and Mr. Gulati for having me here. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that Jagran has taken a wonderful initiative of celebrating women achievers, and I'm so proud to have this opportunity of interacting with all of you. So I'm going to be interacting with you for quite some time now, and to make this interaction very engaging and insightful, I would request all the women present in the house to please participate in the discussion. Because I am no one to teach you what to do. We are here to learn from each other. We are here to cooperate with each other, collaborate and grow together. So I hope I will get support from each one of you. Thank you so much. So, in the beginning when our anchor said that it is a very significant day today because we have Mahashivratri and it is also coinciding with International Women's Day. So you all know that, when you talk about Shiva, he is also known as Ardhanareshwar, right? So why he is known as Ardhanareshwar? Because the genesis and creator of our universe himself says that he is incomplete without Nari Shakti. So how come so much of gender inequality is created in today's India? That is something which is a very, very serious issue. But I'm so happy because institutes like Jagran and many other institutions across the country are working towards bridging this gap. So, to proceed further, let me show you one picture and ask you, Pehchan kaun? Are you able to recognize any face here? Anybody from the audience? Anybody? Kaun hai ye? Koi nahi? Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, absolutely correct. So, she is Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, founder of Biocon, one of the, very successful women leaders and entrepreneurs of India. And with her is another powerful woman who is Yamini Majumdar. She is the mother of Kiran Majumdar-Shaw. Now, why I am showing you this picture, please go to the next slide. Yamini Majumdar is the mother of Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, and she started her own venture after her husband's death at the age of 68 years. Right, so 68 is definitely a year when most of us will not think of starting our own venture. Right, and look, instead of celebrating and encouraging her, please next slide, She says that she has been always asked that, why do you work at this age? And the response that she gave is, if Vajpayee ji, who was the then Prime Minister of India, could rule the country at the age of 75, I can surely work at the age of 68. Right? So, women are breaking the glass ceiling. Women are crossing all the borders. There is not any field, be it sports, education, politics, corporate world, armed forces, you name it, and you have women ruling on important positions now. But this journey has not been easy, right? Next slide, please. Swami Vivekananda has made a very powerful statement once when he said that educate women first and leave them to themselves. Then they will tell you what reforms are necessary for them. In matters concerning women, who are you? Right? So this was mentioned by Swami Vivekananda. So imagine his thought process at that time, right? So today, when we all have assembled here, I want to ask all of you that let us spend some time and understand what women want. What women want. And with confidence, I will tell all the men in the house that we are not here to pull your positions down. Right? So don't get threatened by that. Nowhere women are, see, if women only want equality. Women never want revenge for what they have suffered all these years. So men are always safe. We are talking about creating a gender equal and gender neutral world, right? So let me come down and ask some of my women participants here what you want, what women want. To begin with, I'll just start saying that, you know, when a girl child is born, she wants a right to get educated just like the right that a son in the family gets. Am I correct? Right now, tell me, what do you see? You all have passed through your own journey. You all have been interacting with different, type of people in your family, in your life, in your work, everywhere. So based on your experiences, I want all of you to tell me what women of today want. Yes, anybody? What women want? Yes? Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Thank you. Myself, Medha. And I believe from my personal experience and experiences of others who have shared with me, women wants nothing great, there's nothing rocket science. They just want, irrespective of their stages of ages, right from the birth till their old age, I think they just want everybody around them, without being discriminating on gender, to be treated equally in small gestures. For example, you picked up education. For example, small little gesture of participating in sports, learning any kind of activity. Gender should not be derailer. It should be encouraged equally. In India, we call Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam.
Absolutely.
One for all for one.
Absolutely.
We are one. So we just want to be treated similar and same like our counterparts.
Absolutely. So she has made a valid point that today every young woman in our country wants equality. Right? Yes. Somebody from this side. What women want? Yes, ma'am, please.
Good evening, all of you. Har Har Mahadev. Today, women's just want, what can I say, that creative, cultured, and confident. They must be creative. They just want to do everything, whatever they want. They must be cultured. Means अपने culture के साथ हम आगे बढ़े and must be confident in every field.
Thank you so much. So women want freedom. We want freedom to live our dreams. We want freedom to work towards our passion. With our culture, absolutely. Yes, ma'am. We have a very senior member sitting here. What women want?
मैं समझती हूँ कि हम लोगों को जब भी अपने बच्चों को आगे बढ़ाना होता है तो पहले लड़कियों को पीछे रखा जाता था कि लड़के ज़्यादा पढ़े और लड़कियाँ नहीं। आज के समय में बहुत अच्छी बात है कि लड़कियां लड़कों से ज़्यादा पढ़ रही हैं, हर क्षेत्र में जा रही हैं। मेरी अपनी बेटी सबसे पहले जो महिलाओं का बैच गया था सेना में, तब मेरी बेटी एयरफोर्स में उसने ज्वाइन किया और बाद में स्क्वाड्रन लीडर से रिटायर हुई वो। और मैं समझती हूँ कि सभी को एक अवसर मिलना चाहिए जिससे वो हर क्षेत्र में आगे बढ़ रही हैं और बढ़ती रहें। थैंक यू।
Ma'am has made a valid point. Today women want equal opportunity in employment. Today women want equal opportunity. There should not be any gender pay gap. Right? So, yes, we have a hands up there. Absolutely. Yeah.
Hi, good evening everyone. I think today's women can do whatever she wants. The only thing she wants from the society and from her family is that she should be at least recognized for the work she's doing.
Absolutely.
At least a word of thanks and a word of support should come from, from the society and from the family members. And she's all set to rock.
She's unstoppable.
Yes.
Right? She's unstoppable provided the society gives her support. The society acknowledges her efforts, and small gestures of thank you and we are proud of you can give her wings to fly and soar high. Absolutely correct. Anybody from this side? One more answer. What women want? Yes? What women want? Yeah, please.
Obviously, it's a gender equality the women want. और जैसे सबने कहा, यही मैं भी कहूँगी कि सिर्फ एक्नॉलेजमेंट, हमारे काम के लिए एक्नॉलेज किया जाए हमें, यही हर औरत चाहती है, हर लड़की चाहती है, सब यही चाहते हैं.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We are fortunate that all of us are here because we have family supporting us. We have wonderful male colleagues with us who are, encouraging us, supporting us in every possible manner. Yes?
Their voices to be heard and act on, which we really feel is not being done.
If you talk about a woman, as I said, I repeat again, we want opportunity to get educated, we want opportunities in employment, we want to reduce the gender pay gap, we want safety on the roads. Even today, when you travel at certain places at night, why do you want to share your, travel details to your family? Am I correct? So we want safety in traveling, and we want spaces where we can feel comfortable and confident, right? And the list goes on and on and on. And I'm happy to say that, the theme of this year's International Women's Day. Anybody knows what is the theme of this year's International Women's Day? Anybody? What is the theme? Inspiring inclusion. So this year's theme is inspire inclusion, invest in women, and accelerate progress. So why are we talking about inspiring inclusion? Because people have realized, you will be surprised to know that 50% of our world's population are women, but only 37% of them contribute to the global GDP. So how will the economy grow if all of the population, or at least 50% of the population, are not involved, right? So when you talk about inspire inclusion, we are talking about valuing, respecting, and empowering women in all walks of our life, right? We have to invest in women's education, healthcare. We have to work towards bridging gender discrimination, domestic violence, and creating spaces where we can get more women leaders in top roles, right? And when women come in the forefront, nobody will be able to stop the world and our country to accelerate on the path of progress. And that is why when you talk about Amrit Kal, right, today the government is talking about Amrit Kal because by 2047 we are going to celebrate 100 years of independence, right? So Amrit Kal has already started, and women are going to play a very important role in Amrit Kal. Government is already emphasizing a lot on schemes like Beti Badhao, Beti Padhao. There is a special scheme of Stand Up India where young girls and women entrepreneurs are encouraged to start their entrepreneurial venture. This way we will be able to get more participation of women in workforce, right? So Amrit Kal has already arrived, this has already started, and it is anticipated that by 2047, women are going to be the front runners of our country's economy in all the spheres, right? So women power is going to be the future, yes. But now let me ask all of you, can you tell me what are the dilemmas of Indian women? What dilemmas Indian women face? For example, right from childhood, there is a problem with our mental conditioning. Why are we always judged for our choices? Right? If a lady is working, she is always made to live in a guilt of leaving family and children behind. Many of us might still have carried the guilt with us even during this trip, right? When you are at home, again, there are a lot of issues that women face, and then the way in which our society treats men and women. Please mark my words, men apologize for their weaknesses, but women are forced to apologize for their strengths. How many of you agree with me in this house? Right? When you are a strong woman, people don't appreciate your leadership skills, but they feel that you are arrogant, they feel you are egoistic, they feel that, you are threatening their existence. So the mental conditioning that we all go through right from an early age. Similarly, lack of self-belief. आपने देखा होगा बचपन से ही लड़कियों को बोला जाता है, अरे अकेले वहां मत जाना, भैया साथ में आएगा, है ना? ये काम अकेले नहीं करना है, वहां पे नहीं जाना है. So there is always somebody to protect you, because of which you never learn to take risk, isn't it? And so when you grow up, you are always lacking on that confidence. Similarly, work-life balance. What is work-life balance? I want to ask all of you that if family comes first, to all the working women sitting here, if family comes first, does work come second? Never. Life happens together, and we have to believe and trust that phenomena. Right? So work-life balance is a juggling act. It is all about deciding your priorities. But a woman is always questioned that how will you manage work with job? How will you manage your home with work? Right? And wearing a superwoman crown. Somehow, women are conditioned to become perfectionist. You have to be a wonder mother, a wonder wife, a wonder girl, a wonder girlfriend, everything wonderful with perfection. So you end up taking care of everybody around you except your own self. Right? Now I want to listen from all the powerful women sitting here. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this? Yes, ma'am.
मैं समझती हूँ कि महिलाएं या लड़कियाँ पुरुषों से ज़्यादा वर्क करती हैं डबल. एक तरफ वो ऑफिस में भी अपने को प्रूव करती, कोई उनको ये ना कहे अपने कार्य क्षेत्र में कि वो लेडीज़ हैं, वो क्या कर पाएंगी, स्त्रियां हैं या लड़कियां. और दूसरी चीज़, वो घर को भी उतना ही देखती हैं, साथ में अपने बच्चों को भी, कि उनके बच्चों की लाइफ भी अच्छी जाए. तो मैं समझती हूँ वो 3-4 काम एक साथ बहुत ही सफलता से और बहुत तरीके से करती हैं, और इसके लिए महिलाओं को जो भी ताज मिले वो कम है. थैंक यू.
सही बात है. और कोई कुछ कहना चाहेगा? आपके एक्सपीरियंसेस, आपका क्या डिलेमा रहा है? आई एम श्योर आप सब करियर के जिस मुकाम पर हैं, it would have been a very challenging journey, right? All of you must have faced some challenges within the family, outside the family, in your jobs, in the corporate world. So please share it with all of us.
Good evening, everyone. I think if children are not doing well, nobody blames fathers. That's, I think, no matter, like, for example, I come from an army background. So my husband had been, almost all my life he's been away, and I had managed the children. So if the child gets spoiled or something happens, even though I'm taking care of everything because he's not there, but if the child has not done well, it comes from the family also, it comes from others also, from outside, inside, everywhere, and from sometimes from the father also, that you could not do this much also. So, and I think nobody blames fathers if the children have not done good. They always blame mothers for this, no matter how good she is managing the work, how good she is managing the family. So that judgmental part is never over. And mental trauma, it's physical, domestic violence in the physical sense has gone, but on a mental level and the psychological pressure is always there on women. That's still we have to work upon that.
I want more women to participate, please. What are your... Yes, please.
Sometimes I feel like we are living under a glass roof. जैसे होता है ना, लोग दिखाते हैं कि इस ग्लास के ऊपर खुला आसमान है, you can fly. But जब आप वहाँ तक पहुँचो, उस चीज आप रीच करो, फिर पता चलता है कि नहीं, एक रूफ है जो हमें रेस्ट्रिक्ट कर रहा है, आप उसके ऊपर नहीं जा सकते. तो हमारी सोसाइटी ऐसी ही, अगर if we talk about गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसेज और कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसेज, तो वहाँ भी यही होता है. दे विल प्रमोट यू, लाइक तुम करो, तुम आगे बढ़ो, बट जब आप उस रीच तक, आप वहाँ तक पहुँचोगे, फिर फील होगा कि नहीं, अब वो लोग इसके आगे आपको बढ़ना नहीं देना चाहते, क्योंकि आप जब हाई पोजीशन पे पहुँचते हो तो किसी को भी विमेन के अंडर काम करना पसंद नहीं आता. मोस्टली केसेस भी यही हो रहा है. तो इसलिए ये लगता है, कभी कभार लगता है ये बस शो ऑफ है कि आप आगे बढ़ो, बट ऐसा उन्हें अंदर से खुद को चेंज करना होता है.
So, it is correct that, people give you opportunities to women to grow, but when women reach at those positions, they are not comfortable working under women leaders, they are not comfortable working under women managers.
So I think the disparity starts from here. Wearing a super women crown, we just don't need that. So there should be an equality in each and every sphere. So that's my say.
मुझे लगता है कि महिलाओं के पास ये एक गॉड गिफ्ट ही होता है कि वो सब काम एक साथ कर सकती हैं, और हम लोग घर के काम या उतने ही प्यार से कर पाते हैं. तो अगर आप लाइफ में ये तय कर लें कि कितना टाइम आप प्रायोरिटी फिक्स होती हैं, कि आप कितना समय किसको दे रहे हैं, तो आप बहुत अच्छे हो. और आज मुझे लगता है कि आज हम यहाँ पर आए हैं तो शायद फैमिली के सपोर्ट से ही. तो हाँ, यस, तो ऐसा कोई मेंटल प्रेशर या यस, ऐसा कोई मेंटल प्रेशर नहीं होता है. सबके सपोर्ट से महिलाएं आज आगे हैं. तो सबसे पहले अपने हस्बैंड का, बच्चों के सपोर्ट से ही आज हम यहाँ पहुँचे हैं. ऐसा कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
I just wanted to say that to avoid the blame game, like this guy has been in the hostel sent by the parents, so no blame game. Blame game goes to the teacher.
See, it is not about blame game. I told you in the beginning that women are never here to threaten the positions of the men. We want equal positions, sitting next to men, contributing in important decisions, whether it is home or office or anything, right? So that's what we are talking about. And in fact, yesterday while traveling, I was reading a recent research report which says that India will take 131 years to reach gender parity. Can you imagine? It is about Indian context. India will take 131 years to reach gender parity. It means that gender divide is deep rooted, right? We all come from, modern families. We all come from families where, people are more liberal in their approach. But if you talk about majority of the girls and women, the situation is not that encouraging, right? And unfortunately, what is happening is we have taught women and girls to come out and work, but we have not taught men to go home and help. So is it empowerment or exploitation of women? I don't want to answer. It is just a food for thought, right? Is it empowerment or exploitation? Because evening when you go home, you feel that my second shift has started. Because there are n number of responsibilities pending which you are supposed to do, because men will not do that because they are never told that this is your domain, isn't it? So that's what the thing is. Right, next slide. And so ma'am is really fortunate, sir, in that case. And I have interacted with 10,000 young girls and women entrepreneurs across the country as a part of a Department of Science and Technology, Government of India research project that I was doing. And when I asked these girls that, you know, what stops you from doing what you love and what you want to do? And I was shocked to know the answers. Look at it. You are so pretty. So what about getting a husband? This is very, very common even in modern families. Right, that जो करना है शादी के बाद करना, ससुराल जाके करना, सोलो ट्रिप पे जाना है, नहीं सोलो ट्रिप पे नहीं जाना है, शादी के बाद जाना. Right, so that happens, and these statements are not from rural girls and women. These statements are from women and young girls across the country. Next. I love you, so I don't want you to get hurt anymore. So nobody will allow you to go out. राइट ट्रांसफर हो रही है, अरे नहीं बाहर दुनिया बहुत हार्श है, आपको नहीं पता आप कैसे करोगे, नो नहीं करना है. सो विमेन आर स्टॉप्ड. नेक्स्ट. सून यू विल हैव बेबीज एंड यू मे क्विट. सो व्हाई स्टार्ट अ करियर इन द फर्स्ट प्लेस? राइट, बिकॉज शादी हो जाएगी तो बच्चे करो तो उनकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी संभालो, एंड द विमेन इज ट्रैप्ड इन दिस विशियस साइकिल ऑन रेगुलर बेसिस. How will you manage things on your own? So women are not given an opportunity in many families to manage things independently. They have to take permission, and I have seen educated modern women earning well, finance managed by males in the family. Maybe husband if married, or father or brother if unmarried. Right? So next, it is not safe to travel alone. How many times it happens that when you are traveling to a new place, to a new country, and when you are traveling alone, your family is insecure. Right? But do they ask such questions to male members? Unfortunately not. Right? Next. You don't know how to deal with strangers. Next. I will support you if you provide me some special favor. This is also happening in corporates and at a lot of other places, right? So women has been a part of exploitation, be it physical or mental and psychological. But things are changing for good. And if I show you key facts of businesses led by women in India, BBC reported that only 18 to 34% of married women in India continue to work after having a child. And majority of women quit their jobs to raise children, look after parents, and meet other personal demands. Right? And it has been said that, you know, women are born with the responsibility of caretakers. You have to take care of everybody around you except your own self. Right? Then, currently in India, less than 24% of urban India's workforce is women as per a World Bank report. Right? And that is why I said it will take 131 years. 20% of total enterprises are only owned by women entrepreneurs. And if you talk about the MasterCard index of women entrepreneurs, out of 57 countries, India is at 52. Matlab, you are in the bottom 5 when you talk about MasterCard India index on women entrepreneurs. So look where women are in our country, right? Next, please. It's the same slide. Next, please. And if you look at the ranking of countries on women entrepreneurship, India is among the top 10 worst countries. Right? So the scene out there on the ground is really painful for women. And I'm going to talk to you instances of how women entrepreneurs are, you know, struggling with the day-to-day things in running their enterprises, and you will be surprised to know that these facts are the realities of our life, right? Next. Look at this. One more click. If you look at top reasons of women taking break from full-time, you will be surprised to know that most of the reasons are personal, family-related reasons. And the interesting thing is, most of these women, when they are asked their intentions for the second innings in their career, 74% are interested in becoming entrepreneurs. Right? Because entrepreneurship gives you freedom. It gives you more opportunities to work on your own. You become your own boss, so things become little easier as far as work-life balance is concerned. Yeah. we are going to talk about journey of struggles and how women came out of it. Right? Because these stories are very, very inspiring. Let us go to some more interesting things. I'm sure you'll enjoy. Next. One more enter. One more. See, if you talk about access to finance, because, you know, I know many women sitting here are entrepreneurs. Many of you are, you know, academicians. Many of you are doctors coming from different walks of life. When you talk about finance, women in our country have low access to finance. Right? Women have low access to finance. Many a times when a woman goes for taking a loan from a bank, right? When a woman goes and she says that I want to start a business, this is my business plan, I want loan, she is asked that, you know, आपके पापा कहाँ हैं? आपके husband की permission ली है आपने? Right? So, when a woman is interested to start a venture, when she has come with her business plan, why are you asking about her husband or father? Right? So the point is, unless and until we know what their problems are, how would we suggest interventions to overcome those problems? It is very important. Next. If you look at some key insights, you will be surprised to know that out of around 18 to 20% enterprises started by women, 80% are self-financed, because banks don't trust women when it comes to taking loan from the banks. Right? तो आपको confidence है, लेकिन बैंक को आप पे confidence नहीं है, तो loan नहीं मिलते हैं. The second thing is the problem with the inheritance that you get in property. ज़्यादातर हमारी country में inheritance goes to the male child. So women don't even have property in their names. Right? So what will you show as a collateral when you go for taking a loan from the bank? Isn't it? So these are the hardcore realities of life. So let us come out of our, glass chambers and deep down into the society to see what women are facing as challenges. Next slide. We would skip 2-3 slides now. Skip this, yeah. Now, this, I want all of you to deliberate on this, because I'm sure you all are sitting at respectable positions in your respective organizations. So why don't we see more women at the top? Why there are very few women at the top? What are your reasons for this? Anybody? Anybody? Why do we see very few women at the top? Yes?
One of the reason I feel is before they reach that stage of achieving senior leadership positions, they quit. Under the umbrella of different reasons, obviously I need not mention, but they quit and they end up their journey. So we don't see them in the top leadership positions.
You quit before you reach that stage. Wonderful. Any other reason this side? Why don't we see enough women on top leadership positions? Yes, ma'am?
One of the most important reason, they may not get the family support at the time when they need it. And sometimes some family members do very smart work. They say yes before, but they quit after. They don't support in the way they need it.
In the family itself, right? So there are problems outside, there are problems inside. So let us look at some, key reasons. One is gender bias. Gender bias is a very big reason, important reason, because most of the time people don't consider women to be capable of having leadership qualities. Most of the time. Yes, ma'am.
Actually, this is very, the gender bias. I had seen people saying, she is beautiful, तो उसका तो काम मतलब face से ही हो जाता है. So they don't value that, they have used their mind to do that. When they achieve something, so pull them down. They'll say कि हाँ भाई आप तो बस ऐसे ही पास हो जाइए तो भी आपका काम हो जाएगा. And this is such a generic statement that people don't even think they're saying something wrong. They take it as a compliment. People speak it as a compliment, but this is something very, I think somebody who can understand mentality is like that you are getting you are getting that position because of your brains, but because you are a lady. So that somewhere stops them. And second thing is, sometimes when husband is earning more, that comes to their mind also. So somewhere down the line it happens that they just pull themselves on their own, or because they know that there will be lot behind otherwise.
Good evening, everyone. I think women are very kind heart since beginning. So they they give the most important position to male member of the home. They think नहीं, okay, मैं बैक वेंचर ही ठीक हूँ, आगे बढ़ने दो, बच्चों को बढ़ने दो, बेटे को बढ़ने दो, husband को बढ़ने दो. So this is the part of the women also. Yeah.
If we are always givers, as women you are givers, as women you are known for sacrifices, right? And so you continue to do that. And ma'am has also very rightly mentioned that when will our society stop, judging women as an object of beauty, rather as an object of intelligence and not as an object of beauty. Isn't it? So that's the biggest flaw. There are lack of role models. In fact, what happens is, see, if I ask you to count how many female prime ministers, presidents, global CEOs and big entrepreneurs will be able to count on your tips. Very few women are there on those positions. So when young girls don't see women at important positions, how will they dream? How will they aspire to reach at those positions? So there are no role models available at those positions. Stereotypes and expectations are there. As ma'am said that बचपन से यही सिखाया गया है कि त्याग, बलिदान, sacrifice. Isn't it? So we continue to do that, and limited access to networks and opportunities also. So in fact, events like this are very, very important for networking. They also create opportunities for collaboration in the future. But not everybody is privileged to take part in such type of networking events. Unfortunately, कई बार तो आपके city में ही networking events होते हैं, पर वो evening में होते हैं, late night dinners, parties. So most of the time you are just not there because you have important responsibilities to fulfill at home. So women don't have access to such type of networking opportunities also. And see this, अभी जैसे मैम ने बात की थी ना कि they quit. I want all of you to read this. It says that data from Kellogg School of Management predicts that half of the women who earn an MBA leave workforce within a decade of graduation. And it is not because they have children, but the reason is frustration. So what frustration are we talking about? At leadership positions, what frustration a woman might face that we are talking about? How many organizations are sensitive to the needs and problems of the women? How many organizations have flexi working hours? How many organizations have created crutches and baby care facilities at their place? I'm not talking about those big IT MNCs. I'm talking about Indian organizations, government organizations, so on and so forth. So when you don't create a supportive culture, how would women grow? And then she succumbs to it and she quits out of frustration, right? That is what we are trying to say. And another important side of the story is what happens when you bring women on the top. What women can bring at the top. Based on your own experiences, I want all of you to share that, what do you think that if women take up leadership roles in organizations, what can they bring on table? Look at your own self. What are your strengths as women? What can you do and support your male counterparts at the top position?
I'm sorry, I'm bringing again and again with this. Lot to say on this. Like, for me, my role model is my mother. Because when she pushed us, then we could do something. So if women are there, so they will bring more women up. Because they'll understand and they'll sensitize, they'll be sensitive to the needs. So that would be one thing which they'll be bringing at the top, that the more women will come up, and you said role models will be there for them. So that's one thing.
Yes, please.
I believe they add to the EQ part of it, emotional intelligence. And with this, they not only sensitize, as ma'am said, they also add to bring parity and equality and give back a sense of whatever hardship they have gone with, none other gender goes with. It includes both men, women, and also transgender and other part of the diverse workforce that we have today working across the world.
Invest in inclusion, right? So if you look at, what women bring at the top, as she rightly said, the first and the foremost thing is emotional intelligence. Women are able to, handle stressful situations emotionally in a better way as compared to men. They are more empathetic about people around them, right? They are good communicators. They have excellent interpersonal skills, and that can get the work going easily when women are at the top position. Apart from that, we have an ability to do multitask. We value what work-life balance is. So we can create opportunities where work-life balance is created. We can collaborate, communicate well, and we are also excellent communicators, right? So it can create a very harmonious place, culture in a top position, which can result into creating a tribe of women supporting women. That is what the agenda is, right? Next. Now let us talk about some examples of how women are breaking the barriers and standing tall. See, the journey has been difficult for all the successful women that we talk about in today's times. Do you all know who she is? Indira Nooyi was the global CEO of PepsiCo, right? And what she says is, in all her interviews, she says that the moment I would reach home, my mother would tell me that leave your CEO crown outside the gate. Because the moment you enter inside the house, you are a mother, you are a wife, you are a daughter-in-law, so those responsibilities are more important, right? But then she did not give up. She was a lady with strong grit and determination, and with perseverance, she could achieve what she did in all her life. So previous slide. She argues that the notion of working women itself is a gendered term. Why? Because we never ask a man, are you a working man? And if you are a working man, who will take care of your family, right? So she said that. Similarly, if you talk about another powerful woman, who is she? Anybody? Do you know Nykaa? A beauty brand, Nykaa? So she's Falguni Nair. She's the founder of Nykaa. She started Nykaa at the age of 50. And she was at a very senior position in Kotak Bank. And she had her passion calling, and she decided to start her entrepreneurial journey. And she said that when I wanted to reach out to people to help me with technology support, most of the men said no, because we don't trust a woman will run a successful business, right? So she said that my male friends who were good in technology businesses, they also did not support, because of which after 100 orders, her website would crash, right? So she struggled to create a position where she is right now, right? Similarly, do you know her? Yeah, so she is the Vinita Singh. She's the founder of Sugar Cosmetics. She says that let us hire women for their qualities and not their gender. And because she's into a cosmetics business, she said that I had high time reaching out to vendors and suppliers because it is a male-dominated industry. So even when she went to investors were not ready to invest in a women-led business. So the point is, all these women have struggled, they have faced challenges, but they have succeeded, and they are standing tall in front of all of us. Do you know who she is? She's Ghazal Alak, founder of Mama Earth. Mama Earth brand naam suna hai aap logon ne? So she became entrepreneur after giving birth to her child. And she decided to come out with chemical-free, toxin-free cosmetic products for baby care, products for children. Right? So she also says the same thing, that everybody started, making me feel guilty of leaving a newborn baby and thinking of doing my business. But then, of course, she acknowledges the support that she got from her husband and other male members, that she could successfully create Mama Earth, and it was one of the highly successful unicorns of our country. Right? One more. Shraddha Sharma. She worked with Times of India and CNBC for a very long time. But when she decided to start her own business of creating Your Story, which is a media company, she did not get any support from her ex-male colleagues. Because they were threatened by a fact that how can a female colleague leave such a high-paying job and start her own venture? And trust me, we all have faced these type of issues and challenges in our day-to-day life, right? But then many a times we just shrug it off because we don't care. We are so focused on what we want to achieve that we give a damn to what other people think, right? But not everybody is fortunate enough to do that. Priyanka Chopra, everybody knows, right? So Bollywood looks a very glamorous industry, but even she suffered from the politics of Bollywood, and finally she decided to leave Bollywood and she went to Hollywood, achieved a lot of things and came back, and now she's on and off, right? So success came, she fought for it, she conquered it. The intensity of challenges for women are very high. Right, so men find difficulty in raising finance. Women also find difficulty, but who gets it later on? It's the men who gets it more as compared to women. So the intensity of challenges for women is very high. So how can we change this gender narrative? It is very, very important to decide how can we change this gender narrative, and that is the reason that we are talking about waiting for another 100+ years to create a gender neutral society. So can you click on the next slide, please? Will we be able to play this video? So brands are also doing fantastic campaigns to bring about a new perspective to gender parity. Let us, baj raha hai kya bhaiya? If we can play, it's a wonderful video. No? Okay, no problem, there is some problem. So, brands, I will give you one example. Do you all know Fair and Lovely? What is it now known as? Glow and Lovely. So why all of a sudden, after so many years of success, why Fair and Lovely decided to become Glow and Lovely? Yes, so earlier, when you talk about girl, a girl is beautiful when she's fair. Even today you pick up any matrimonial ad. What do they talk about? We want a fair, beautiful, good-looking girl. Nobody is asking for her educational qualification. For an MBA engineer boy who is working in an MNC in America, right? So how are you defining a boy and a girl? Right? So Fair and Lovely was quick enough to understand that consumers have evolved. Times are changing. So, and then of course racial discrimination is becoming very, powerful force. So they decided to change the name and make it Glow and Lovely. So brands have also understood this, and they are also making efforts to, change the narrative. So now the point is, what interventions are required to create a gender neutral or a gender equal workplace, right? So if you talk about entrepreneurship, you have to give more incentives to women who take up entrepreneurship in specific fields. See, the moment I ask anybody कि एक महिला है उसको business चालू करना है, अरे ब्यूटी पार्लर का कोर्स करा दो, है ना, पापड़ अचार बनाना सिखा दो, बुटीक खोल लेगी, कपड़े सिलना अच्छे से जानती है. So let us incentivize women so that we get more women entering into science and technology, entering into a lot of other industries which are more lucrative, attractive, but unfortunately are male dominated, right? Government has to play an important role in training and capacity building. Government has to be responsible for encouraging SOHO and plug and play models for women. I want to ask all of you, I'm sure you all have some young girls and women working under you, right? Can you tell me what are you doing to create a proper, modern, unexplored gender narrative at your place? If I ask you that you have to empower one girl under you, how do you do that? Or what do you think you can do?
We are all talking about a lot of women focus and not men focus, but my one of the interventions that I have been doing across my reportees, both men and women, is I do not approve leaves, basis ladki hai, jaldi jana hai, 7 baj gaye. और आज एनआरसी प्रोटेस्ट दिल्ली में चल रहा है, लड़की को घर जल्दी पहुंचना है. नो, आई हैव बीन ऑलवेज अप्रूविंग अर्ली रिलीज एंड लीव्स बेसिस ऑन व्हाट द सिचुएशन हैज बीन एंड इन द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ बीइंग इक्वल, नॉट बाय जेंडर्स. तो मुझे लड़के और लड़की का नहीं था, बट सिचुएशंस को देख के क्या.
And programs which are gender neutral. What else? Everybody, in fact, even men can also answer that. What are they doing to support women at their workplace? Yes? Anybody? Ma'am?
At my place especially, because I'm running a school, so naturally more lady teachers are there. So what I had told them, when you come back, we will provide a crash for your children, so they can work, so and they're comfortable, so that they are not worried that what the small children will be. So my principal joined after twins, exactly after 40 days. And whenever she needs, and we provide her the crash, and her husband is also very supportive. So that's one thing, and that I take pride that after 40 days, as with the twin children, she is working. So that's one thing we all can do, that we provide them these facilities so that they get that from the workplace.
Creating that supportive culture within the workplace. Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Since what we have done is we are into real estate, we are real estate developers. So most of the women working under real estate, they are unskilled labor workers. Right. So what difficulty they face is they have children, they were married at a very young age, and they have children working along with them nearby the sites. You might see these things happening at various parts of this world, that a female, unskilled worker is working and her child is accompanying her.
Right.
At our company, what we tried to do was that we brought up a child care center not far away from the mother, at our sites itself. So our every site has a child care center there only. Wonderful. Where there is a professional teacher who takes care of the children, who makes them, like, since they are very young. So she gives information, she educates them, she takes care of them throughout the day while her mother, that child's mother, is working and working hard in that site. So that is the way we tried to incorporate it. Earlier we tried making these childcare centers far away from the site, a little bit far, and we felt that the mother was moving here and there all the time. So it's all about creating a space that makes things better. So absolutely. Here we tried कि हम अपनी साइड पे एक स्पेस तो दे ही सकते हैं एक मदर को अपने बच्चे की इम्प्रूवमेंट के.
Right. So that's a great initiative. Thank you so much for sharing that. So only when you have women at decision-making positions, they will be sensitive to the needs and problems of other women, right? So that's thank you for sharing that insight with all of us. So, you know, before we end our discussion, I would like all of you to take back these important pointers with you, and if not applicable to you, please share it with young girls working under you in your family and everywhere, that find mentors. It is very, very important. No matter at which age you are, always find mentors. And we have to create a community of women mentors. Wear your achievements on your sleeve. See, unfortunately, most of the time, women are not very vocal about their achievements, right? I have seen that when I ask a successful man, that क्या बात है, बहुत बढ़िया कर रहे हो, अरे मैं तो हूँ इतना talented, right? अरे मैं तो शुरू से ही champion था. But when I ask a woman, most of the time she will say that my family is very supportive. Here also, so many times I heard women saying that my husband is supportive, my family is supportive. So let us start wearing our achievements and be vocal about what we are doing and what we are capable of. Network like your business depends on it, because business depends on networking. Personal branding helps. Let us create our own identity and be known for what we are rather than carrying the tag of our father or husband. And let us ask all young girls to rise above marriage and kids. And to conclude, I would like to say that let us give our young girls better goals than just losing weight and getting married. So friends, here I conclude my interaction with all of you. And I would like to say that collectively, if we create a tribe of women supporting women, I'm sure the journey of 131 years can be curtailed and it can be more encouraging and inspiring for everybody. Thank you so much, everybody, for sharing your thoughts and insights with me. I had a great time interacting with all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, sir.
आज मैं जो भी कुछ हूँ वो इनकी वजह से।
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time. A big, big round of applause. वाकई आपके शब्दों ने आज एक ऊर्जा भर दी है, एक उत्साह भर दिया है. I can see and sense a great deal of enthusiasm and a zeal within all of us. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are absolutely privileged to be joined today by another remarkable personality who took out his valuable time just to be here today. Let's give it up, a big hand of applause for our guest of honor, Mr. Azhar Musyabri Abdul Mutallib, who took out his valuable time. A big hand. Senior Assistant Director, South Asia Unit. Can I please humbly request Mr. Vipon Khatani, Senior Vice President, Daily Jagran, to please join us on the stage. And please welcome Mr. Azhar with a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us your valuable time. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, लेकिन अब मनोरंजन की भी बात हो जाए. So we are absolutely honored and privileged that we are going to be joined today by a remarkable dance troupe who is present over here, and they are some of the most recognized and talented dancers who have joined us today, and they will be showcasing their exceptional dancing skills on the stage. तो आपकी जोरदार प्यार भरी तालियों के बीच, let me have the privilege of inviting them. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a cultural troupe, Legenda Seni Langkawi, joining us. Please welcome all their performers on the stage.
La la la, halus berbudi. Memang sungguh murni, sibuk gagas bumi, waktunya berseri tiap pagi. Putihnya bagani, suka dan dibanding, memang sangat elok dibersuki. Domuni tengah hutan, suci bersih-bersih tidak bernoda. Kalau hati tidak iman, untuk kasih-kasih sampai ke syurga. Memang sungguh murni, sibuk gagas bumi, waktunya berseri tiap pagi. Putihnya bagani, suka dan dibanding, memang sangat elok dibersuki.
Buah rambai di tepi laut,
termenung saya di dalam mimpi, kasih di lambai tidak menyahut.
Pisaulah raut membelah pinang, parang mengerat pokok papaya.
Karam di laut boleh direnang, karam di darat apa upaya.
Ayun tangan kaki berjeket, senyum meleleh terus berjoget, mata memandang lalu menggigit, itulah dia si kaki joget. Ayun tangan kaki berjeket, senyum meleleh terus berjoget, mata memandang lalu menggigit, itulah dia si kaki joget. Oi kaki joget, oi terus berjoget.
Penat saya menanam padi, batang keladi di patah jua.
Penatlah saya menahan hati, wajahmu puan terbayang juga.
Petang hari mengutip kerang, kerang dikutip si anak Cina.
Bukanlah takut mati berpedang, hatilah bimbang hidup merangut.
Ayun tangan kaki berjeket, senyum meleleh terus berjoget, mata memandang lalu menggigit, itulah dia si kaki joget. Ayun tangan kaki berjeket, senyum meleleh terus berjoget, mata memandang lalu menggigit, itulah dia si kaki joget. Oi kaki joget, oi terus berjoget.
Pohon senya cabangnya 4, ditebang orang di waktu pagi.
Kalaulah kena dengan makrifat, burung terbang menyerah diri.
Pohon selasih, pohon mengkudu, dibawa orang ke Singapura.
Kalaulah kasih sudah berpadu, hatiku riang
happy birthday cake, senyum melirik terus berjoget, mata memandang lalu berjoget, itulah dia si kaki joget.
Let's give it up. A louder round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for its outstanding performance. And yet again, let me just say this, that we are absolutely honored to be here in Langkawi, experiencing the true Malaysian culture through art, dance and music. So absolutely thrilled with this performance, and many more of such performances will continue. But for now, we are moving to that moment for which you had been waiting with bated breath. अब वो सम्मान का सिलसिला आरंभ होने जा रहा है. We are about to begin with the award ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, and for the awards distribution with the first set of awards. Can I please invite on stage our respected chief guest, Dato Azizan Noordin, with a big hand of applause. Along with our guest of honor, Dato Shri Haji Mirza Muhammad Tayyab Beg. लगातार तालियों के साथ. We also welcome Miss Hasnaza Sui and Mr. Shailendra Jetli and Mr. Vipon Khatwani.